So, good evening, children, once again, and continuing with my last video where I was teaching you how to create tables. So, today we are going to learn about some more attributes of table creation. So, very first thing, if you notice, then from the last video, I had created only 2 rows in the table, apart from the table headings, but I have added one more row here, so that it is easier for us to understand the examples in a more better way. Now, very first thing about table is, children, what we are going to do today is about border color and the background color of the table. So, remember, all the attributes of a table are going to put within the table tag. So here I use the border color is equal to green, and before using the BG color, let me once show you the output, that how this table is going to appear on the screen. So notice, children, the border color of the table has been converted into green. Okay. Now, this is the use of border color, or this is how you can change the color of the border in a table. The next thing is background color of the table. So again, here we have the same tag as we had in the body BG color. Children, BG color, when used in the body tag, it changes the background color of the table, of the page. And if the same BG color tag is used in table tag, then it will change the background color of the table. So have a look here. BG color is equal to, suppose I put the thing as, first of all, let me put it as green so that you can see it easily. Just one moment. So children, border color is also green and BG color is also green. I save it and then I execute the table. Have a look. So notice, children, the borders and the background both are green. But in case I change this into some other color, like border color is equal to green and BG color is equal to black, then this change will be evident. So notice, children, the table appears more brighter, and this is how we can change the background color of the table as well as the border colors. So remember, whenever you are designing a web page, one very important aspect of a web page is that it should be attractive. Then only the users are going to work on your website. If it is a dull website, then naturally you can understand that the traffic to your website will be very less. So that is why whenever you are creating websites, you need to understand this point, that the website should be attractive. So use as much colors as you can to make it more attractive and enticing. Anyhow, now the next thing what we can do here is, children, we can increase the height and width of the table. Okay, so how? So have a look again. So first of all, I close this. Okay, and I use height is equal to, within double quotes, children, you know that all the parameters have to be given one second, within double quotes So now height is equal to 50% and width is equal to 75% I have used within the table tag. So what do I mean by this? So children, when we give the parameters in percentage sign, it means that we are telling the browser that the height of the table should occupy 50% of the height of the screen, and the width of the table should occupy 75% of the width of the screen. So this percentage is in context or is in relation with the width of the screen. So once again I save it and I execute it to show you the output. Okay, so notice children that if you look at the complete width of the screen which is available here, so this table occupies round about 50% height wise children and 75% width wise. So this is how you can increase or decrease the size of the table. Okay. So this is regarding the other attributes of a table. The very next thing which comes is children, col span and row span attributes. Now what are col span and row span attributes? Col span attributes children, or col span is basically attaching more than one column together, and row span is basically attaching more than one row together. That means even in MS Excel you might be having some idea, merging of cells. So if you merge the cells horizontally, then it is merging of rows. Here it is row span. And if you are merging the cells vertically, then it is merging of columns. Then children, in that case, it is col span. So have a look how I do it here. Now, remember, whenever you are using row span or col span attributes, children, you have to use them within TD tag. Now, where is the TD tag? TD tag is for individual cells. So here, children, I give col span is equal to 2. Okay. So what it is going to do? It is going to attach two columns together, merge two columns together and make the cell bigger. Have a look. So can you notice children, this particular cell has become bigger by attaching two columns together. Remember, columns are vertical lines. Okay. Columns are vertical lines. So notice when these two have been attached together, the last data goes out of this table here, or it gets pushed ahead. So this is basically col span, where you are combining two columns together. Now remember, this is one column, this is another column. So when I am using col span, I am attaching the columns. The same thing children can be done with the rows also. How? By using the row span attribute. Now again, row span children again has to be used within the TD tag only. So I use here row span is equal to 2. Now I am using the same parameter so that you don't get confused and you understand the complete difference between row span and col span. So I save the page and then I go and double click on this. So notice children, this time these two rows have been merged together or attached together. So col span is joining two columns together and row span is attaching two rows together. So this is how you attach or merge more than one cell either vertically or horizontally. So I hope you would have understood up to this place. Now, before proceeding ahead children, what am I going to do is I am going to remove these col span and row span attributes from the program, okay, so that the table looks more arranged. You should do, or you should use row span and col span only if it is required. Otherwise, the neatness of the table in rows and columns gets distorted. Okay. So, with this we come to the end of table properties. Now what we can do is, children, now we are going to understand how to link or attach one page to another. So whenever you want to attach one page to another, children, remember anchor tag has to be used. Anchor means children, to join one page to another. Okay. So how am I going to do it, children? So have a look here. First of all, okay, let me attach the link at the end of the table. Okay. So I hope you can see, or let me attach at the top of the table so that it is easier for you to have a look. I remove this thing, or I put this thing, children, on top of the table so that it will be easier for you to view. So whenever you are using anchor tag, what you do is, very first thing is use A. Okay. Now A stands for anchor tag. Now here what you do is use another property of it, that is known as href, and href is going to be the path to that file which you want to attach. So here what I do is, I within double quotes I write d colon slash then demo, and then, children, Abhishek.html. Now what have I written here? Okay. Notice, children, this particular file which I want to attach here is there in the D drive in the demo folder, and this is the file Abhishek. So if you want to see how is that Abhishek file, it contains basically ordered and unordered list. So I want to attach this file with that web page. So how am I going to do this? I have given the link, how, D, then demo, and then Abhishek. Now here I give a message, click to open Abhishek. Okay. Now children, here again I close the anchor tag. Slash A. Okay. Now I save it and I double click on this table form. Now notice, children, can you see this statement here? Click to open Abhishek. The moment I will click this, the moment I take my mouse pointer here, it becomes a pointed finger, and when I click on this, the other page opens. So this is how you link pages. So we'll be meeting again in the next video. Till then, thanks and take care. Goodbye.